Hi, I'm Ellie, and I have alopecia, a rare condition that stops my hair from growing. That's right, I'm completely bald. Before you start feeling sorry for me, I'll have you know I think it kinda makes me look cool. However, my mom didn't seem to think so. And ever since we found out I had it, she fussed over me while completely ignoring my twin sister, Tessa. This, of course, made Tessa hate me, and she made it her mission to make my life difficult. Like this one morning, I was asleep when I was jolted awake by freezing water on my face. What the heck, Tessa? The water's freezing! Ellie, why are you screaming? Are you feeling okay? I'm fine, Mom. Tessa, did you just pour water on Ellie? Why would you do that? Especially in her condition! You sent me to wake her up, so I did. For goodness sake, Mom! It's just water. Ellie is just bald and not a fragile egg. Tessa was annoying, but she was right. Mom treated me like I was going to break any minute. She was always buying oils and products she thought would heal me. Ellie, honey, I met this woman at work who recommended some special oil that helps hair grow within a week. I'm so excited for you to try it. Thanks for trying to help, Mom, but I don't need to be fixed. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm late for school. Less than an hour later, I walked into class, busy checking my phone, when I stumbled on a desk and fell right next to Tessa and her mean girl squad. You're so clumsy. It's hard to imagine that you and I are related. Totally. You are so much prettier, Tessa. Caleb should be dating you, not Ellie. Caleb was my swoon-worthy boyfriend, and all the popular girls hated that he was dating me. You'd totally win prom king and queen. I stood up and faced Tessa and her two attack dogs. You know, Jen, you might want to fix your crooked eyebrows and eyeliner, because you look like you're going for that given up on life look. Who did your makeup? A clown? The whole class laughed as my best friend, Hannah, stood up from her seat and high-fived me. Hannah was the school rich kid, but she was just as unpopular as I was. Ooh, burn! You know they'll probably make you pay for that. As Hannah and I laughed, my phone pinged with a notification and I quickly checked it. Jeez, is your phone on fire? Caleb has been ignoring my texts for 3 days. Thought that was him. What a jerk! Are you sure he's not doing something behind your back? What? No way! Caleb would never hurt me. Even though I said that confidently, I couldn't help but worry. So after last period, I went looking for him. And I found him watching Tessa strike poses on top of a pyramid formed by her cheerleader friends. Suddenly, one of the girls' knees buckled, and when she went down, all of them collapsed like dominoes. But at the last second, Caleb jumped in and caught Tessa before she hit the ground. I was glad she wasn't hurt, but I had to clear my throat when they stared at each other a little too long. That was impressive.
Oh, hey, Ellie. Was something wrong? Do I stink?
Why have you been ignoring my texts? I texted you more than 5 times. Gee, he's clingy much. Caleb and Tessa's friends laughed, and I stared at Caleb, thinking he'd come to my defense, but he stayed quiet. You're such a jerk, Caleb. Come on, Ellie. Forget him. Let's go. After we left the field, we got into Anna's car, and she drove us home. I couldn't help but notice how angry she looked. Anne, I know you care about me, but maybe you're overreacting. Are you kidding me? Caleb is ignoring you, and then you find him watching Tessa with a dreamy look on his face just before he saves her like a knight in shining armor. Also, she has long hair and you're bald. Do you mean that Caleb is playing me with Tessa because I'm bald? I couldn't believe my best friend would imply such a horrible thing. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean... I'm just upset that you can't see what's happening right under your nose. You need to break up with him. Oh, calm down. What's with you today? Don't say I didn't warn you. A few days later, we were all watching TV when the doorbell rang, and I opened the door to find Caleb holding a bouquet of flowers and my favorite ice cream.
Delivery for Ellie Davis from her adoring boyfriend.
Thanks, but no. I'm still mad at you.
I know, babe. I'm so sorry. I ignored your texts. Please let me make it up to you.
I'd been giving Caleb the silent treatment at school, but I hadn't broken up with him like Hannah suggested. Honey, that's so cute! And those are such pretty roses. Forgive the poor boy.
Babe, please listen to the wise lady and let me come in so we can share this ice cream.
Oh, he's such a charmer. Fine. You're forgiven. You can come in.
Really? Yay!
Caleb was so happy he picked me up and spun me around. I was so smitten at that moment. But Tessa had a murderous look on her face. A few minutes later, I was enjoying the ice cream when I noticed that Caleb was typing furiously on his phone. Is everything okay? You're texting at 100 miles a minute.
Everything is fine.
Before he could finish talking, his phone beeped, and when he checked it, he stood up so fast.
I'll be right back.
A few minutes later, I heard shouting, and when I looked out my window, I saw Caleb in a heated argument with Tessa. Caleb, if you don't tell Ellie the truth, I will! You know it's wrong to keep her in the dark about this!
I'm begging you, Tessa. Please don't tell her. We only did it one time, and it was a mistake. Ellie can't find out.
The moment Caleb said that, I saw red and ran to go confront them. When I stormed out the front door, Caleb and Tessa jumped apart. I heard everything you both said. I can't believe you could betray me like that. Ellie, I was going to tell you. Tell me what? That you're so jealous of me? I'm not. You got this all wrong. I know what I heard.
Babe, please forgive me. I promise. It won't happen again.
When Caleb tried to touch my arm, I shoved him, then picked up a rock and smashed his car windshield.
Oh my God! Are you insane? You just broke my windshield.
And you just broke my heart! With that, I ran across the street and took a shortcut to Hannah's house. I really needed to see my best friend. As I ran through the woods, I stopped to catch my breath when something cold touched my feet. I looked down to see some kind of scaly creature climbing my ankle. Ah! What is that? Just then, Trent, Hannah's stepbrother, appeared and started to laugh at me.
You're such a scaredy cat. That's just my pet lizard.
Trent always kept to himself and was branded the school weirdo. Even though I'd caught him staring at me a couple of times, he'd never said a single word to me. Until now.
Come on, you can touch her. She won't bite.
No thanks, I'm good. What are you doing out in the woods anyway?
Isn't it obvious? I'm walking my pet lizard.
Wow! Can't say I've heard that one before.
Glad I could make you laugh. You look kind of sad. What are you doing in the woods yourself?
Well, I'm taking a breather from my toxic twin sister. Is Hannah home?
Yeah, she's in the backyard playing Project Runway.
Okay, thanks for cheering me up. See you later, alligator.
It's a lizard!
When I got to Hannah's, I climbed the fence and I fell into her backyard, scaring Hannah, who was wearing heels? Jeez, Ellie, you scared me! Why can't you use the gate like a normal person? Your gate is always locked, and I don't have my phone with me. Why are you wearing heels? Oh, it's nothing. Ellie, why are you here? Ouch! I'm sorry, that was rude. I couldn't wait anymore, so I told Hannah everything. I'm sorry I didn't believe you. It's okay. I'm so glad you're done with him. The next morning, I walked into class, and Trent's face lit up.
Hey, scaredy cat.
When he spoke to me, everyone stared at him. Trent had never said a word in class before, and now there he was, smiling and waiting for me to answer him. Hey Trent, where's your pet?
His name is Blizzard. And no, I don't have him with me. He hates school, unlike you.
You named your pet lizard Blizzard? Hells! Since when do you talk to my weirdo stepbrother? Don't call him that. He's your brother. Ugh, don't remind me. You're being really mean, and that's unlike you. Please apologize to him. Ugh. Okay, Saint Ellie. As the days passed, Trent and I started to hang out at the spot where we met in the woods, and soon we started calling it our spot. Cute, I know. One afternoon, we just sat when we heard giggling nearby. Who was that? Nobody ever comes here.
I'll go check.
I'm going with you. I was walking behind Trent when he stopped in his tracks, turned around, and took my hand.
Ellie, I'm so sorry for what you're about to see.
See what?
Them.
I followed Trent's gaze, and I froze. Right in front of me was Hannah and Caleb, kissing. I couldn't believe my eyes. Before Trent could stop me, I rushed towards them with blind rage. What the heck, Hannah? It's been you this whole time? I expected Hannah to be shocked or sorry, but instead, she turned to me and smiled. Yeah, Ellie. It was fun watching you blame Tessa. You're so clueless half the time. Caleb and I have been together for months now. So, all those times you advised me to leave Caleb, you were secretly pining after him? Who's pining? I only had to look at him once and he was mine. I didn't recognize the girl standing in front of me. Why did you do all of this? For popularity, of course. Bagging Caleb will definitely make me new friends. Plus, being your friend was kind of exhausting. Hi, I'm Ellie and I'm bald and I'm smart and my boyfriend adores me. I charged at her, but Trent held me back.
Hey, she's not worth it.
I'm sorry, Ellie.
As I watched the two Judases leave, I remembered. Tessa! Oh my god, I've been accusing her wrongly this whole time! I have to go talk to her! A few minutes later, Trent and I walked into our compound and heard someone singing beautifully.
Wow, that's beautiful. Where's it coming from?
I looked around and pointed to an old treehouse in our backyard. Up there! Come on, let's go see. We climbed up the ladder into the treehouse, and when we peeped, I was surprised to see Tessa recording herself singing. Tessa? Oh, I had no idea you could sing so well. It's so beautiful. Ellie, what are you doing here? I was so nervous. What if she never forgave me? I came to apologize. I just saw Caleb and Hannah kissing. I'm really sorry for the things I said. Ellie, you really hurt me. How could you believe I'd do such horrible things? I thought you hated me. You've barely said a word to me for years, unless we're fighting. It wasn't that hard to believe that, especially after I overheard your argument. You didn't even give me a chance to explain. That argument was not about Caleb and me. It was about him and Hannah. A few days ago, I caught them kissing in the library. Oh my god! I'm sorry they did that to you, but you're not so perfect either. Now, if you'll excuse me. With that, Tessa put on her earphones and completely ignored me, so Trent and I left. The next morning, I walked into class to see Caleb and Hannah holding hands. Not only was Hannah wearing makeup, she was dressed differently too, and in heels. So that's why she was practicing walking in them in her backyard. Hannah? With Caleb? Isn't she friends with Ellie the Baldy? Yeah. Did you notice she turned into a diva overnight? She certainly doesn't look nerdy now. You look so good, Hannah. Congrats on bagging Caleb. I'm so happy for you. You're so fake, Jen. Isn't it just last week that I saw you in Caleb's DM? As days went by, Tessa ignored my existence, while I ignored my backstabbing best friend and my two-timing boyfriend. In class, I moved seats and sat next to Trent. Hannah became Jen's BFF until one afternoon. Trent and I were goofing around during lunch, a few tables from us. Hannah and Caleb, or Haleb as everyone called them now, seemed to be in deep conversation when suddenly Hannah stood up and slapped Caleb right on his face. Then she dumped her lunch tray on him.
Yo, check it out. Caleb fight.
You're such a jerk!
I can't help how I feel about her. Being with you was a mistake.
Uh-oh. Is he talking about you?
Before I could even think about what Caleb had said, Jen walked towards them and shoved Hannah. Don't be so desperate, Hannah. Caleb just left you for me. Now scram! My jaw dropped when Jen sat on Caleb's lap and proceeded to kiss him.
Oh my god.
The whole cafeteria went quiet as we all stared at the drama unfolding before us. Unable to take the humiliation, Hannah ran out in tears.
I guess it's true what they say. Karma is not a lady.
Weeks later, much to my delight, I was voted Student of the Year.
And the Student of the Year award goes to Ellie Davis.
As I went to receive my award, I smiled at Trent and hugged my mom. It would have been a perfect moment, except Tessa wasn't there. Over the last few weeks, I'd apologized to her over and over, but she was still angry.
Congratulations on the award, Ellie.
Thanks, Mrs. Peters. As I walked down from the podium, I got the shock of my life when Tessa walked in and everyone gasped. I couldn't believe it. She was completely bald. Tessa, what did you do? I was tired of people being mean to you, especially after what Caleb did. Now they'll have to pick on both of us. I dare anyone to try us. Aw, Tessa, I love you for doing this. I thought you hated me. I don't hate you, Ellie. I'm jealous Mom likes you better because you're smart and she fusses over you. Tess, I'm sorry for not believing you and for being a bad sister who doesn't even know that you can sing. I'll try to do better. While Tessa and I hugged, Mom approached us. Tessa, dear, it's so sweet of you to shave your hair to support your sister. You both look beautiful, and I love you both equally. Tessa, I heard you singing in the treehouse, and you have a very beautiful voice. If you want to, you can go to music school on the weekends. Wow, thanks so much, Mom. As the three of us hugged, Trent approached us.
Oh, this is so sweet. Someone cutting onions in here.
Shut up, Trent. Can't you see we're having a moment?
I bet I could break an egg on your heads.
Welcome to my world, sis. And you get a pass for that jab just because you're cute. But if you try another one, I'll kick your butt.
You think I'm cute?
Aww, Ellie and Trent sitting in a tree. Kissing. I was so embarrassed, but I couldn't keep the smile off my face.
Hey, I think you're cute too.